Welcome back into the Enrichment Sports Source. This segment, we do a little advanced football with Will Overstreet every week, former Vol defensive end, former NFL defensive end. He took a look at Alabama's offense. Man, I'm getting ahead of myself. He took a look at Alabama's offense. There's some things you can look for next week. Why are they dangerous? Because they're so versatile. They can do 10 things out of one formation. 2.5 minutes, he breaks it down for you, and then we'll be right back here. Come on back.
What we're going to talk about today is Alabama. A lot of people say they have a boring set of football. It is physical. It's a lot on the ground game. But they do some very sophisticated, difficult things to do for defenses to handle. And basically what they're doing is they're using the same set and running several different types of plays out of that same set over and over again. So let me go to this a little bit. 2 tight end set here. And basically the most mundane kind of football is everybody blocks their man over them or outside of them, and it's an inside run. You see that all day long, and you've seen that in Pee Wee football. But Alabama, because they have 2 great athletes at their guard and center, actually have a block down play where the guard and center get up and pull, and all they have to do is block this one defensive end, and then you have an offensive lineman against a cornerback. Chances are that's a match you want to have, especially with a running back like Yeldon right behind you. So same look, but can be very difficult to defend because you have the outside and the inside, and they're very much different about where that running back and that play's going. This next play, they actually have 3 plays off of they can run. So it's another 2 tight end sets with both these guys right here. They can block the straight ahead just like a normal play with an inside run, but what they can also do, because they know teams have to overstack to the left side here, is they have the play where the tight end actually comes across and kicks out this defensive end so that the running back is going to fake step here and then come back to the weaker side of the defense where there are not as many guys. Another play that Alabama has been setting up that is a really difficult play, kind of looks more like an Oregon play if you want to be honest. Instead of the tight end coming across, this wide receiver comes back behind the play. The quarterback has the option here to fake the handoff and then basically run an option play or immediately toss it to this wide receiver. What they're going to be looking for is seeing if this defensive end continuously creeps down when he sees this set and is running inside, that's when they run this play, and that's when they score a lot of points with it. So it's something you got to be ready for the physical game, but if you're the backside defender and the ball is not coming to you for 3 or 4 plays in a row, doesn't mean the very next play they can't come right at you with a full head of steam. All right, John, hopefully the team can step it up this week. It's going to be a physical one. Back to you.
All right. Thanks to Will Overstreet. Cool stuff. We'll talk about Alabama here. He's talking about how you look at that offense and you think, it's pretty much standard stuff. They don't do anything interesting. But in reality, they run about 100 things out of one formation. But here's the quickie question for everybody. Is a UT win over Alabama impossible, improbable, or this one's for Shazan, imminent? They're going to do it. All right. Impossible, improbable, or imminent? Tennessee versus Alabama. Guys?
Improbable. I just still think Alabama's a notch above most everybody else. You're going on the road. It's going to be tough. Tennessee's 2 best games have been where? At home. And now you're going to take a group down there. And Alabama's defense, other than A&M, which got 42 on them, they've given up 26 points in their other 6 games. Yeah. And what was the stat? The last
5 weeks. Their last 5 games since A&M, they have won by a combined score of 201-16. That is an average of 40-3. Now they haven't played any great teams in there.
True.
Although shut down Ole Miss and beat LSU. Impossible, improbable, imminent.
I'm going to go improbable, which is a huge improvement from where I would have been 3 weeks ago, because I would have been all over impossible. But I will now go improbable.
I guess I have to go with improbable.
It pains you to say that.
Look at her face.
Wow.
It does. I watched Alabama last night. And I don't know. Arkansas, they seem to have gone to the tank. I don't know if Brett Bielema's going to be able to save this season, but they're good. I mean, they are really good.
We got 3 improbables, no impossibles, no imminents. Shazan?
Only thing I'm going to say is that, I said 2 weeks ago that Tennessee could possibly beat anybody left on their schedule. And I just think that if the game's managed properly, they play tough, they play hard, they fight the whole way through and get the right breaks. God only knows what could happen.
I think the key there is getting the right breaks. And we're going to talk about that in the next segment. We got 3 more topics to cover, plus we're going to look at upset Saturday in the SEC and talking about those breaks. Breaks made a big deal yesterday. We'll talk about it. Come on back on the Enrichment Sports Source.